Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. I'm just gonna kind of go through some charting, um, looking at different things, trying to see if I can see anything. I was looking at some lithium producers, some rare earth metals, and I came across a couple of charts that are kind of intriguing. So I wanted to share kind of what that looks like in this video. Uh, Again, this is just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice, but we'll jump in here. I'll show you some charts. This is REMX. REMX has the booty bottom. That's what I call it. What that is it comes down, you get this double bottom, and then we launch higher. And I think this has a long way to go up over time. This is a bottoming pattern, and when you launch from these bottoming patterns, we could see a very large move to the upside. So I think REMX, which is a rare earth metal, strategic metals, is a good one to look at. I call this the double bottom, and we went from downward to sideways to up. Lit, which is the lithium battery ETF, also has a booty bottom. It's further developed and away from its move. So this is the double bottom. We broke the high, and then we've been running for a good while. We are away from the base, and the further you go away from this base, the more risk you have of a decent sized pullback. So REMX is very close to its break point, and it is pulling back some. And I think we're probably going to see a turn and a big move higher at some point soon. So that's one I've been looking at. MP Materials is one that just broke out to the upside of its big pattern. It's coming back and kind of doing a little bit of a retest, but I think this is one to look at too for a potential break to the upside of this big old pattern that it's trying to break out to the upside. So that one looks good as well. Uh, Rare EF, this is Canada Rare Earth Corporation. Looking at the big picture view, this one has a sideways motion. It broke to the upside. It's coming back to do a retest. This one looks good to break to the upside as well. Eventually, it's going to take some time, but this looks really good, even where it's at. This is our Rare Element Resources, REEMF. This thing looks pretty interesting. Big downtrend. Remember, the momentum has to get worked off. It went sideways, broke that. We're coming on up. We kind of fell out the downside here, and I think we're going to see a potentially could be a big move to the upside here. It would have been great to buy down here at like 91 cents, and you already would have doubled your money very quickly. And it looks like we're coming back up and probably going to break to the upside and make some gigantic move is my guess. Because remember, the momentum's downwards, sideways, slightly up, and then sometimes they do like a huge blow off. Is that coming in REEMF? I don't know, but it looks interesting. This one is Sierra Resources, and this guy's way down there. It came up and tagged it, but that one looks okay. This one's Linus Rare Earth Limited. This thing looks pretty strong. It broke out of its pattern quite recently, and it's been running to the upside. This one's Livent Corporation. Looking at Livent, we've got this kind of loop in here, and it's still doing okay. I think once we break this little resistance line, we'll be off to the races. This one's IXR, Ionic Rare Earths Limited. We had a downward motion. We've got the double booty bottom base, a break, a retest, and we're moving on up. Actually, it looks pretty dang good. I've got PFFOF. This is Portofino Resources that someone was talking about. It actually looks pretty good. We've got big buying pressure, small selling pressure. It came to a point right here. It broke to the upside, and we're kind of moving sideways. This actually looks good to move on up. This one's ARR, American Rare Earths Limited. It's a huge megaphone pattern. Usually megaphone patterns, it's indecisive of where it's going to go. PLL, Piedmont, Lithium. Looking at this, these guys all have pretty unique charts, to be honest. We've got like a downtrend, a break, another stair step. It's just kind of stair step and higher here for Piedmont. ALB is Albemarle Corporation, however you want to say it. It's kind of all over the place over time, putting in all these funky patterns. LAC is Lithium Americas Corp. It's in this uptrend, and we broke to the upside, and we're doing a little retest. Maybe we can get a move higher here. Would I buy up here? Probably not. I mean, it's had a pretty big run. And then American Lithium Corp with the double booty bottom. There's your booty bottom, the break, and then it's just kind of stair stepping higher, which looks good. So those are some patterns I was looking at, just kind of looking at them here. I'll also go over the diversified mining companies because they look pretty good. Vale's up 4.4%. They're still in this huge kind of consolidation pattern, and then an eventual break to the upside will come. We've got COPX, which is about to break its pattern here. It's got the double booty bottom coming across. It broke to the upside, went sideways, and we're trying to break out of the pattern right now to the upside. We've got Rio. It's Rio Tinto, another big, large, diversified mining company. It broke to the upside of this pattern here, came back to do a retest, and now it's breaking and moving up. So that one looks good. BHP is looking good. It came back and did a retest, and we're starting to move higher again. I don't think this is coming back, guys. I think this is going to have a big move to the upside. Glencore, which is a large copper company. This thing's looking fantastic, guys. Like I said on the channel, you break this thing, you buy it right above it, and then you let it run and make you money. So Glencore is looking really good. Nordos Nickel's running a little bit higher. It's still in its pattern, and it's about to break that pattern at any time right here. So we're just kind of turtle heading through it at the moment, but it could have a large move to the upside. Tech Kaminko, like I said before, breaking up here. I said, now's the time to get in. It's running now. So it's running to the upside. Same with Freeport McMoran. Again, big pattern break on this big boy there. Copper's running. Looks really good. I think COPX for an ETF looks really good. So copper and the whole sector's looking good. Southern Copper's breaking to the upside. This is probably going to have a big run. And what I'm saying is, these copper companies are breaking out. More than likely, copper's going to run too, and COPX will break to the upside. They're all going to break. So they look really good. Alphamin, which is a tin company. I don't know if I'd be buying it right here. I mean, it looks good. I would hold on to it, but it's not an entry point that is compelling like copper. It's not breaking any patterns, so to speak. And sell 32 is pretty high. Probably wouldn't do anything with that. Anglo American Platinum looks like it's trying to break out of its pattern here, which it did. So I bet you this is going to run up here to the upside. Impala Platinum still in its pattern. And Nova is going to be a good one I think to cost average into if you guys aren't into it, which is a royalty company of copper and nickel. And it's in this pattern, and it's about to break to the upside here at any point. So I like it. I'm holding on to it. So that's what I've got for today for the diversified mining companies. I think they look quite good. And you can see the double booty bottoms on Remx. I think the rare earths, some of those companies look pretty good. I think that Philomont looked really good. Philomont, however you pronounce it. It has a pretty good chart, actually. And that's a lithium producer, from what I understand. So, there's some good opportunities here, guys. Copper looks solid. I'm playing the copper game as well. I have a lot of Nova royalty. I have some in my 401k of COPX because it was about to break. I'm like, boom, grab it. I'm grabbing some rare earth metals in my 401k as well. And I heavily loaded into XOP and URNM. So those are the ones that I'm rolling in my 401k. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. REMX, COPX, URNM, XOP, OIH. Those are the 5 that I have. I think there's one more I'm forgetting. I think there's one more that I'm forgetting. I can't think of the name of it. Sorry. But those are the ones that I have off the top of my head. Those are the ones that I've loaded into, and they all look really good. They all look really good for long-term holds. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Give me a thumbs up for the content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for listening, guys. This is Finding Value.